When you hit the age of 90, it's probably tempting to think you know it all. But that's not so for the former soapy star and New South Wales politician Lis Kirkby. At the age of 85, she decided that learning never ends and decided to enrol at university. She graduated with honours, threw herself into a PhD and is now on track to become Sydney University's oldest graduate. Natasha Johnson reports.
Basking in the sun at the University of Sydney, students fresh out of their teens are mostly in the final stage of their formal education. Then there's Lis Kirkby, striding towards her 91st birthday, who reckons she still has a lot to learn.
I wanted to keep my marbles going. I mean, having been told that the brain was like any other bit of muscle, and if you exercised it, well, then it would remain in good shape.
So what we've got here...
Midway through a research doctorate, she's on track to become the university's oldest graduate.
Lis is an amazing character. If I ever get to 90, I'd like to think I'd be as passionate and as on the ball as Lis is about things.
I managed to find some good stuff.
Lis Kirkby was encouraged to undertake a PhD after graduating with an arts degree in history from Charles Sturt University in Wagga 2 years ago.
With honours Class 1, Elizabeth Wilma Kirkby.
At 85, she decided to finally act on a desire to go to uni, denied to her when, at 17, she had to take over the housekeeping after her mother died.
There is so much, so many interesting things you learn. I think you get addicted.
When she's not trawling through archives here and overseas, Lis Kirkby is at home near Sydney, working 7 days a week, writing her 76,000-word thesis. She's exploring links between the global financial crisis and the 1929 Great Depression, the pain of which she remembers living through in England.
England in the Depression, described by writers like Orwell and Priestley, was indeed a shameful place.
Her father's cotton mill went broke, and while he found other work, Lis Kirkby remains haunted by the memory of men begging for food.
You knew that something was happening that was bad. It was bad for people because they couldn't get a job. Life was tough, I mean really tough, in a way that I don't think anybody can imagine it now.
The despair of those years welled up in her again as the global financial crisis unfolded and inspired her PhD.
Unfortunately, I think over the last 20 years, it has been assumed that there was nothing to learn from history. They knew it all. I have got a big HECS debt, which I think my children, unless I save up some more money, my children will have to pay off afterwards.
At both Sydney and Charles Sturt Universities, Lis Kirkby has attended lectures with much younger students, but she's not bothered by the generation gap.
If they thought it was weird, well, sorry, that's your bad luck.
Amongst Gen Y, she's just another mature-age student, but older lecturers recognise the woman who became a household name, playing Lucy Sutcliffe in the highly rating and highly risque 70s soapy Number 96.
Here, hang on a minute. Look, you can't get undressed in here, you know. A couple of yours so did that once before. I had to close up for fear at Vice Squad.
Number 96 became Australia's #1 show, and she recalls being mobbed in Beatlemania-like scenes when attending the Logies in the early 70s.
And a woman came, pushed through the crowd with a baby in her arms and was saying, "Kiss the baby, Lucy, kiss the baby." Now, I was paralysed. I thought, oh, help if she drops it. I was sort of waving at her and saying, no, it's all right now. Hang on to the baby.
From television to political drama, Lis Kirkby then went on to lead the Australian Democrats in New South Wales for 18 years, championing workers and gay rights.
She was never that cuddly, knitting, scones and jam kind of grandma. But I remember her taking me to Goffelton's birthday.
I can't see anything, can you?
A mother of 3, grandmother of 4 and great-grandmother of 1, Lis Kirkby bucked traditional constraints on women and has worked all her life, including stints as a radio broadcaster during the Malayan emergency and at the ABC, and even running a farm in her 80s.
She never stops. Never stops.
If I achieve half of what she's done in her life, I would be a very happy person.
Liz, to me, seems to be someone that could go on forever. Who knows, she might publish 3 or 4 books after this. Wouldn't surprise me.
While many her age struggle with declining health, Lis Kirkby lives independently offshore in a secluded place accessible only by boat. And when not writing her thesis, she's planning her next holiday to the Middle East.
I think providing you're fit, you can achieve anything you want.
So when someone says to you, you can't do that, you're too old, what do you say?
Well, I think I say, sorry mate, I'm doing it.